3.
And good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. It is good to see you again. Don't forget to join us today at 3 o'clock at Kerr's Wing House in Sanford, 3 till 5:30. And the girls will be dressing up for Halloween. Need we say more? Let's talk some fantasy football. And one of the questions that we get here on the Sports RX, myself and David Buffon, is fantasy football value. What about Tim Tebow this week against the Lions at home? Let me say this. Tim Tebow is what I call elusive. What he'll do against the Lions' great defense is slop it up for about 3.5 quarters of the game. And then in the end, when he's got to, and the crowd gets pumped up, he makes a couple of big plays. I know a lot of guys that are like this. They'll kind of slop around in the end, bail out their fantasy value. I have Tebow forecast for the following. I see him throwing the ball 35 times, completing 14, which is awful, by the way. 2 interceptions, 145 yards, which is god-awful. However, I see 90 yards rushing. I see 2 touchdowns and bailing out his fantasy day. Once again, Tim Tebow, in his own unique way, is a great fantasy option at home against the Lions. And if the Broncos happen to win that game, watch out. And later on in the day, at about 5:20, we're going to play Name That, old school fantasy football stud. How about you guys in 1942 in fantasy who had Don Hutson of Green Bay? You know what that guy did in 1942? He won me and a lot of other guys a lot of leagues. Don Hutson, Hall of Fame wide receiver with Green Bay, 11 games, that's all they played back then, 74 catches, 1,211 yards, and 17 touchdowns. Don Hutson. I will see you guys later on today. Kerr's Wing House in Sanford.